This is going to be my first chance to interact with the Rastakhan expansion, so let's just do it together. So here we go. It's time to rumble. A gift from King Rastakhan himself. Alright, we got Spirit of the Rhino as our free totem thing. And we got Akali the Rhino. So Warrior Rush. Looks like the tribe that we drew. Here we go. Ooh, look at all the fireworks. Okay. Serenite Taskmaster, 1 mana 2/3, summon an 0/3 free agent with taunt for your opponent as a death rattle. That seems very good. Okay, Sharkfin Fan is kind of interesting if there's cards that want you to have a bunch of pirates. Summon your beasts that died this turn. This one seems deceptive. Right, because it would allow you to do stuff like cast Unleash the Hounds twice. Cast Unleash the Hounds, spend all your dogs, and then cast this and get all your hounds back. Potentially combo this with Cube. So like if you play your Kathrena, a big beast comes out, you eat that beast with a cube, and then you Revenge of the Wild, then you get that beast back for 2 mana. And if it's like a charged Devilsaur or something, then you can go face with it. I don't know. That one's intriguing, but it seems like it might be a sucker maker. Oh! Hey! Okay, Moshog Enforcer, 8 mana 2/14, Taunt Divine Shield. Rabble Bouncer, 7 mana 2/7, Taunt, costs 1 less for each enemy minion. So, cost 0 if their board is full. Rabble Bouncer seems good if we play against a lot of odd paladins. Thing is, in order for this to be good, it would need to be like 4 mana, or 3 mana, right? If this was 3 mana, then you're getting a pretty good, like a deal. But that means the other guy's got 4... So it's only 2 odd paladin hero powers, and then you can play this on 3 for 3 mana. But they usually, and so like if they hero power on 2, hero power on 3, you can play this on your turn 3 if you're going second. So maybe that's good enough. Seance, choose a minion, add a copy of it to your hand. Oh, it's like the Zola effect. For 1 mana less, you get the Zola effect with no. Well, let's get to them. Legendary. Undasta, 9 mana 7/7. Rush, overkill, summon a beast from your hand. That seems really good. Potentially really good. Especially with that Spirit of the Rhino we just got, where we can make it immune the turn we play it. Like, that's a 10 mana combo. Play out the Spirit of the Rhino, play out Undasta. Undasta something to death. Undasta is immune. Something else, potentially, hopefully, huge, also comes out. Spell Zerker, 2 mana 2/3, which is good, fine. Has spell damage +2 while damaged. It seems too difficult to set up to use. Spell damage +2 is very good though, so if there's a way to set that up, when you play it, you can't really activate it unless you're mage. And if you're mage, for 4 mana, you can already do this. Savage Striker, 2 mana 2/3, Battlecry, deal damage to an enemy minion equal to your hero's attack. Druid card. Savage Striker, I'm not sure how you're supposed to give your hero attack on turn 2. You can't hero power and play this on 2, so I'm not really sure how you're supposed to utilize that. Headhunter's Hatchet. If you control a beast, gain +1 durability for Hunter. Hunter already has Candle Shot on 1 and Eaglehorn Bow on 3. Maybe Beast Hunter wants even more weapons. Stolen Steel. 2 mana rogue spell. Discover a weapon from another class. 2 mana Water Boy. Your next hero power this turn costs 0. So it's basically hero power. You get a 2/1. Devastate. 1 mana, deal 4 to a damaged minion. Oh, that goes into Odd Warrior immediately. Amani Warbear. 7 mana 5/7 rush and taunt. This seems low-key pretty good. Like rush and taunt. So this is like both defensive keywords with 7 health. So like this is something you could get with Undasta, right? Like you play Undasta, Undasta rushes forward, overkills somebody, this dude comes out, he's also got rush and taunt. All of a sudden you've played, for 10 mana, you've played 17 mana worth of stuff, and all of it has immediate board impact. Spirit of the Frog. Oh, this is the Shaman Spirit. Stealth for 1 turn. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a spell from your deck that costs 1 more. Oh, that's wild. So you can do like Zap for 0, draw your Lightning Bolt for 1, Elemental thing for 2, like Feral Spirits for 3, Hex for 4, or no, Lava Burst for 3, Hex for 4. I don't know how much mana we've spent, but also you're overloaded for 1 million. But that's, you can just like, you can go nuts with this card. This seems potentially really strong if there's any help for it, if there's some support for it. Akanai Phantasm. 2 mana 3/2 Battle Cry. This turn, your healing effects deal damage instead. Obviously, on turn 2, you need a 0 mana spell to play this on turn 2. And the only spell I know of that costs 0 and heals is Circle of Healing, which will clear the board because it'll deal 4 damage to the whole board. So maybe that combo is so good that you want to play this. Potentially allows you to do face damage stuff later in the game. 1 mana Daring Fire Eater. Battle Cry, your next hero power this turn deals 2 more damage. Oh, I really want Odd Mage to work. This is basically a Frostbolt in Odd Mage because you play this for 1 and then you hero power for 4. It's even better than Frostbolt. Kind of. It costs more mana than Frostbolt. It's worse than Frostbolt. But, you know, Frostbolt's really good. Ironhide Direhorn. This seems... it doesn't have, it doesn't have any of those defensive keywords we were talking about. It costs 7 mana. If you can play that without dying, you're already winning. And you probably don't need this to keep winning. 4 mana 3/2 Rumbletusk Shaker. Summon a 3/2 Rumbletusk Breaker. That seems like just a card for the sake of it. 2 mana 0/2 Scarab Egg. Summon 3 1/1 Scarabs. Huh, that seems pretty good. Throw that in a Death Rattle themed deck pretty easily, as long as that Death Rattle themed deck isn't running Keleseth. Anything with 2 mana immediately goes up against Keleseth. Like this one, 2 mana Shield Breaker. Battle Cry, silence an enemy minion with Taunt. For people who are just sick of getting hit by the hooked Reavers, I guess. Blood Claw, 1 mana Paladin Weapon. 2/2 Battle Cry, deal 5 damage to your hero. Yeah, that seems fine. Throw that right into Odd Paladin and continue winning games with Odd Paladin. Arena Fanatic. 4 mana 2/3 Battle Cry. Give all minions in your hand +1/+1. Spirit of the Bat. 2 mana Spirit for Warlock. Stealth for 1 turn. When a friendly minion dies, hand buff a minion in your hand for +1/+1. Yeah, that seems too difficult to make good. That seems like potentially... If it was all minions in your hand, maybe we're talking. But setting up a thing where you're specifically buffing a specific creature in your hand to do something unfair, that seems very difficult to do. Overlord's Whip. 3 mana 2/4. After you play a minion, deal 1 damage to it. 2 attack doesn't seem like enough. Some sort of Enrage Warrior, maybe. Helpless Hatchling. Oh, the adorable card of this set, I guess. Death Rattle. Reduce the cost of a beast in your hand by 1. 1 mana 1/1 with a Death Rattle. Soup Vendor. Whenever you restore 3 or more health to your hero, draw a card. That seems like a lot of work for a 2 mana 1/4. Because you can do Novice Engineer's 2 mana 1/1, draw a card every time. 4 mana 2/4, draw a card every time is the Gnomish Inventor. So you'd have to get 2 draws off of that. And you have to injure yourself so that you can heal yourself. Dragon Maw Scorcher. 5 mana 3/6, deal 1 damage to all other minions. Battle Cry. That seems amazing. Throw that in Odd Warrior immediately. Belligerent Gnome. He's a body painted gnome. Oh man, he's deep in the ale. His eyes are going in like 2 different directions. Taunt Battle Cry. If your opponent has 2 or more minions, gain +1 attack. This is expressly to beat Lost in the Jungle. So like Odd Paladin plays 1 mana Lost in the Jungle to get 2 dudes, and you play this guy. Bam! 2 mana 2/4. I don't know that that's good enough. Serrated Tooth. 1 mana 1/3 rogue weapon. Death Rattle. Give your minions rush. No, man. Rogue doesn't need... Rogue's hero power is give yourself a 1/2 dagger. Unless you're Odd Rogue, in which case your hero power is give yourself a 2/2 dagger. Not really feeling that one. Lick 'em. 2 mana 1/3 shaman weapon. Has +2 attack while you're overloaded. Ah, that seems quite good. 2 mana 3/3 weapon if you can get overloaded. It's not too hard to get overloaded. Zap costs 0, so you could on 2 mana play this and play Zap, and then you have a 2 mana 3/3 weapon. Dragon Roar. Add 2 random dragons to your hand. Warrior spell. It's not odd, so the dragon deck would have to be quite good to push Odd Warrior out. Spirit of the Dragon Hawk. Your hero power also targets adjacent minions. Turns your hero power into Shooting Star. Kind of interesting. Amazing with Frostless Jaina. If you can just like make 3 water elementals in a turn, that'd be sweet. Demon Bolt. 8 mana Warlock spell, destroy a minion. Costs 1 less for each minion you control. So it could be as cheap as 1. So if you're playing some kind of Warlock deck that also plays Sea Giants and stuff, maybe a different flavor of Zoo. This doesn't really seem like a Zoo card, though. This seems like a control card. For this to be competitive, it'd have to be less than 5 mana, probably. 5 mana is the rogue spell, Assassinate, destroy a minion. So if you could get it to... So if you have 3 creatures in play, this is an Assassinate. If you have 4 creatures in play, then it's arguably better than Assassinate. Warlock already has the 6 mana spell Siphon Soul that also destroys a creature and heals you for 3. So this must be cheaper than 6 for it to be better than Siphon Soul. Maybe that just goes in some sort of wide board strategy deck, though, and it just allows you to blow something up. Something too big for Soulfire. Because Soulfire is already 1 mana deal 4, which will get you through most of your problems. Sand Drudge. Whenever you cast a spell, summon a 1/1 zombie with Taunt. 3 mana, 3/3. I don't know if Miracle Priest is going to be a thing. And even if it is a thing, I don't know if it wants to flood its own board with 1/1s. Mark of the Loa. 4 mana Druid spell. Choose one. Give a minion +2/+4. And Taunt, or summon 2 3/2 Raptors. Probably not good enough to get into Druid right now, though. A lot of these cards might not be good enough until the sets rotate, though. Like once the Death Knights are out, for example, a lot of these things may change in terms of goodness.